Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to do is take the Victor M motor apart, and the tools you're going to need is probably a pair of tweezers or these Kellys, a 3/8 inch good wrench, box in like this, I like. And now the question arises, what you're going to have to do is this is a regular screwdriver, and you can see how this tapers in, this piece tapers in. What I did years ago was I ground one down, because when an original like we have goes into these thin slots, the taper hits the outside edges and doesn't bottom out. So you can grind this down flat like this one to take everything apart so you don't burr out the screws. So first thing you do is we need to take this spring off right here, and I'm going to unhook it from the speed control arm right here, this piece. So you'll just take this, come in here, grab the Kelly, it unhooks like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole governor assembly out, which is these two screws here. So you'll take these and undo them. And I'd have a little jar or something magnetic to put them in.
You have your magnetic.
Yep, and put this out. And now we just reach around. And that's the whole governor assembly. We'll put the two screws with the whole governor assembly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this casting off with the spring barrels. But this gear is hooked into a casting back here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 3/8 inch. We're going to loosen that up. And we will just unscrew this. There should be a little ball bearing in there.
Now there's no chance that spring is going to jump back?
Nope, that's fully unwound. Once you take the governor out, there's no pressure on anything. So we'll drop this in.
Where's the ball bearing?
Looks like it's missing. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we'll come around and we'll take the first casting off, the small one. And you want to group all the screws together, and you want to take a picture with your cell phone, unless you can remember in your brain on how to take this apart. Take that out. Take this one out. Take this one out. Now you have to be very careful with the motor.
Be careful with what?
With the motor. There we go. The spring barrel comes out. This comes off the casting. Then this comes off. Then this brass gear comes off, and you want to be careful with the brass gears. And then other videos I'll show you, we need to knock this pin out. Knock this pin out, take all this assembly apart, and I'll do all the sub-assemblies later. And then I will do the spindle shaft gear. What you really do is you undo these two screws and it should come out. We use okay. I'm going to wipe this off. This is all brass. And support the motor up like this.
What are you gonna do?
I'll show you. And we're just going to give this a little tap. I'm going to use my bronze hammer that doesn't mar anything
And what are you doing?
and just go. There we go. Now what I'll do later is I'll come back with a drift pin, a brass drift pin, and the whole spindle shaft will come out.
So that's what you're doing now is removing.
I'm removing the spindle shaft. You can see how far this has come apart,
Great.
like this. So now what we'll use is a piece of brass. And it'll drop right out of the bottom, and we'll pull this gear out like that. So reach in here. And boy, isn't that a little spindle shaft to hold your turntable on a Victor M. And now,
So that's a brass gear sandwiched between two
two
metal
pieces.
plates.
On a Berliner, this is a fiber gear. And they pressed this together, but they didn't use the fiber gears on these. These are brass. And this is how you disassemble one. Then I'll do the other sub-assemblies in the next videos. And that's my tip for the day.